Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Chris D Redefined, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about support systems. I did a short on friendships and it just wasn't enough time, so I wanted to make sure that I was giving it a little more attention. So some people have asked, in fact my own family have asked, how did I develop all of my friendships over here, and how do I not get lonely? And it's for me, it was easy because I came over on a student visa, and so it immediately created and kind of built-in friendship circle. So I joined, I am enrolled at the University of Lisbon in their Portuguese intensive immersive language and culture program. And I'm going into my, third year, I think there. I'm ending my third year in the program because I started in September of 2023, and I am just finishing up this semester, and I'll have the summer free, and I'll probably explore all over Portugal and go all over the place. I do have a trip planned in September for Germany. So I wanted to just go over how to create your support base here. And I mean, I made friends with everyone from my Airbnb hostess when I first moved here. She grew up in Lisbon, and I've stayed in touch with her after I moved, and we have gone to coffee and concerts and museums together. So she was my very first Portuguese friend when I moved here, and she still remains that. I also had a girlfriend from the U.S., from the Philly area, whose parents moved here, and they don't live too far away from me, so I have a couple that I'm friends with there that, they're a 10-minute metro ride away, and I get together with them a couple of times, I'd say every 2 or 3 months I get together with them. And then I would say 90% of my friends are from university. It's an intensive language program, so people from all over the world take that course, whether it's for a semester or for a year. And they're from Korea, China, Sweden, France, Italy, South Africa, Colombia, oh goodness, of course the United States. Had some German students, Russian, Ukrainian. So there are students from all over the world. It's super cosmopolitan, and I love that. And many of them go back to their own countries, but some of them stay here, and those are the folks that I have become really good friends with. I have at least 10 friends that I will text at any point in time and say, hey, who wants to get together for lunch? Found this new restaurant, and I'm going there this Saturday. Who wants to come? And people chime in and say, yeah, I'm coming. And, and whoever meets up. And in fact, what gave me the idea to do this, that short and this video was that we've got a returning student who's coming back to Lisbon to visit for a weekend, and I wanted to get our whole semester together, that class from that semester together, to say hi to him. And so about 9 of us are getting together and playing pool and darts, so it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone, and I thought to myself how lucky I am to have rebuilt my my world of friends. Friends are super, super important to me. I love people. I love groups of people. And so the university has provided me with a really, really great resource in that every semester, like literally every semester, there's a chance to make more friends. And so I'm usually in a group of 12 students in a class. And once we start to get to know each other, and we start going out to coffee together, or activities together, and I wind up, those who are going to stay here a while, I wind up usually making friends with them, and then and they stay friends with me. I've had friends from the very first semester that I've been here, Marco and Christina. They're Italian, and Marco's half like a Canadian passport, Italian passport. Christina is Swedish passport and Italian passport. And all three of us have become really close friends. And I get together with them like every, oh, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. And then the other students from my other semesters get together with them at least once a month. And so my advice is, if you're moving here, create your circle. Think about, how am I going to create a circle of friends? I do have friends from the gym also. I have made some friends there, and I'll get together. I'll see them every day in the gym, but I also have gotten together. Actually, one of my gym friends invited me last Christmas to visit her house, so I did that and was with her family for their Christmas celebration. Was a lot of fun. I also live, of course, I think you know this, in an little apartment building with other graduate students. And so sometimes we become really good friends. Now, almost all of them move away. There is a married couple from Madeira who also who stay here in this apartment floor. Like, one full floor of the building is devoted only to university students, and that's where I live. And that married couple also stays on the floor with me permanently. And then all the other rooms, they wind up changing every semester. But I've been really lucky in that my like kind of supply of possible friendships, it's constantly there for me. I just have to reach out to people and say, hey, I'm going to coffee. Does anybody want to come? And pretty soon I've got like a little circle of friends for that semester, and then I stay in touch with them. That's how you do it. Now, some Americans who move over here, they join this Americans in Portugal, Friends of American Friends in Portugal Facebook group. It's just not the way I wanted to go. There are other American expat groups through Facebook or Instagram, and I just didn't want to go that route. I wanted to kind of, I moved away from the U.S. Although I have American friends, I prefer to kind of make it more cosmopolitan. That, and I'm involved with 2 American political groups over here, and that has created a whole group of friendships also. And so there's no lack of friendships for me, but it's because my personality I tend to reach out and create networks. It's just the way I am. And I'm always the one organizing an event for everyone to get together. I love doing that. And so, whether it's hey, let's go check out this new place I heard about. I've gone axe throwing with friends, and of course lunches and dinners with friends. I've gone bowling, today playing darts and pool at the bar just downstairs, a couple of floors in my building. There's a bar, a pool and darts bar, and I invite friends over to do that. That way I don't have a long way to go home. And so when you move over here, there's some potential for loneliness and disconnection. Obviously, you're far away from the U.S., but you can create your networks of people, whether they be Portuguese or from all over Europe, all over the world. There are people from all over the world here in Lisbon, and there's plenty of ways to connect with people. There are meetup groups. I went to one meetup gaming, like a board games night. That was cool. I didn't really meet anyone that I connected with, but that was cool. So there's different ways that you can create social networks here that will create friendships for you. I would say that think about that before you move over here, and research. How can you make friends? I go to university. Again, super easy at university to create friend circles. I wanted to cover that. I also wanted to say that some of you know that I am estranged from my only child, my son. I heard from him a few days ago. It's been over 3 months since he sent a video of himself rock climbing. I posted it here on my channel, and I hadn't heard from him since. And just a couple of days ago, he emailed me, "Hi, Mom. Sorry, I'm just really bad at answering you. Sorry for the late response. Here are a couple pictures of me rock climbing." And he attached some pictures of himself rock climbing. So I'm really happy about that. I was getting worried because it was over 3 months since I'd heard from him, and just getting worried about him. There was a lot of flooding that was going on the island of Oahu, and I was worried that maybe he got displaced. There was a lot of property damage, and so I was just worried about him. But I guess he's fine because he emailed me, so I'm happy about that. I am about, what am I, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks away from the end of the semester, and this semester has been really rough. The B2 level of language in Portuguese is super hard. The grammar structures that I'm learning about are very difficult, and so I have to admit to everyone, although I enrolled in the next year of courses, I'm going to go backwards and go back down to A2. I'm in B2, and I'm barely passing. In fact, I think I failed the grammar part of my midterm. And I'm just going to go backwards. I am stressed out studying for this. Nothing is staying in my mind. There's so many rules about verb tenses that I just don't understand. And I don't understand some of the grammatic concepts and structures at all. And so I am stepping backwards to a level where I feel more accomplished, and I'm going to, feel more confidence in that level. One of my professors says, "Oh, it's a cop-out, you're copping out." But I just am really stressed out at school. So I've decided, you know what? I'm too old to deal with this stress. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to enjoy learning some of the basics all over again, and starting all over again, in that level of grammar, and making new friends in the fall. And so that's what I'm going to concentrate on. So I have all summer to travel all over Portugal. I don't have enough money to travel all over. I did book a trip to Germany in September, so I will be doing that. And of course, you'll see, I'm sure I'll do a little video from there. And I just look forward to, work with my political groups that I've joined, and just relaxing a little bit more for this summer and traveling all over Portugal. So with that, I will say have a great day. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button. I will see you again here at my channel, Chris D Redefined.